Teresa, what on earth are you doing? I heard you took out my newborn out of the nursery without permission.
The hospital is exaggerating. Why would they immediately inform you?
Of course they'd inform me. It's the hospital's duty to report to the mother about their children.
Oh, shut up. You all don't have to blame me so much. I was just trying to take care of my granddaughter.
She was just born several hours ago. The hospital still needs to do some checkups before she can go home. Also, it's my duty to take care of this child, so you can come visit us once we get discharged.
I'll raise the child, so you can come visit me, Katie.
Huh?
There's nothing wrong about it. The royal family are traditionally brought up by nannies, right?
Even if you're in the royal family, you can choose to take care of your baby yourself nowadays. But we are just a normal family anyways. I'll raise the child myself.
What a small-minded woman.
Hi, Katie. I'm glad you're out of the hospital now.
Thank you.
I'm really sorry that my wife caused some trouble the other day.
You don't have to apologize. It's not your fault.
You must have been terribly worried about your baby. I'm so sorry.
I was very surprised that she would do such things.
Actually, a long time ago, we lost our 3-year-old daughter.
What?
I was careless, and just as I let go of my hand to press the button to cross the road, she tripped and got hit by a truck. I think that's why she became obsessed with her granddaughter.
That's why she did such a thing.
I'll talk to her and make sure she doesn't do such things ever again. So could you please let this go?
I understand. I didn't know you had a past like that. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'll be sure to visit you a lot with my children.
Thank you, Katie.
I granted you 1 year to spend time with her, so I'd like to have the rest of her time.
What are you talking about?
Of course I'm talking about Eliza. I'll raise her from now on, so don't worry.
Wait a minute. You haven't given up on Eliza yet?
How could I give up on her? I made my son marry you only for this.
What?
Haven't you wondered why a girl from a poor single mother family was able to become a business owner's wife? This is all thanks to me. I also supported your sick mother and even helped you with her funeral. Now it's time for you to give me Eliza as a token of gratitude.
No way. I'm grateful that you helped my mother in many ways, but I can't give you my daughter.
You ungrateful bitch. You've defied me not only once but twice. I'll do whatever it takes to make her mine. You better brace yourself. I did it. She has finally approved it. I've won.
What is this all about?
She started calling me Mommy. Now that she thinks of me as her mother, it's time you give her to me.
What the hell?
It's too late to get angry now. Eliza already sees me as her mother. I'm sorry that she called me Mommy before she called you so.
You have to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding. Why do you think I went to your house every day? It was to train her to call me Mommy.
Come to think of it, you were always mumbling something in front of her. So that's what you were doing.
As a result, your child chose me as her mother. All my hard work has paid off. I'm going to pick her up now, so tell her to wait for Mommy.
Don't you dare come here. Even if you come, I'm never opening the door for you.
actually have a spare key. I don't need your permission to go in.
What? But how?
My son hardly ever comes home, does he? I told him I was worried about Eliza. Then, he made this key for me so that I could go to her whenever Eliza needed me.
Oh no.
My son has always been on my side. He will do anything I say.
Even if that was right, I'm sure he would never give his own child to you.
As I said, he's on my side and he'll do anything I say. If you think I'm wrong, you can ask him yourself.
Jake, please help me. You're the only one I can rely on now.
Katie? What's wrong? What happened?
Teresa is trying to take Eliza away from me. She says that she'll raise her from now on.
She still hasn't given up on her?
I called Mike for help, but he said unbelievable things to me. He said, just give her to Mom. It's just one kid.
What?
He says his mother can't get over the fact of losing her daughter, and this is the only way to help her heal her wounds. Then he laughed and cheerfully said we can try to make a second one if I wanted a child so bad.
Oh my God. I'm sorry, Katie. I should have told you earlier.
Tell me what?
I was thinking of calling you about something.
About what?
Actually, my wife was preparing papers for adoption. I asked her what that was about, but she said she couldn't tell me yet. Then, yesterday, Mike came to our house.
What was Mike doing there at your place?
He came to give my wife a spare key to your house. Then, I overheard them talking about something terrible. I couldn't just ignore it, so I tried calling you, but I couldn't find the courage to press the dial button.
What is it that you're so hesitant to talk about?
Now that you asked for my help, I finally found the courage to tell you. I want you to listen carefully to what I'm about to say. It's too much to text you, so I'm going to give you a call right now.
Okay. Teresa? Do you know where Eliza is?
I have no idea. She's not with me if that's what you're asking.
We were playing at the park, and I took my eyes off her just for a second, and she was gone.
She's probably playing somewhere nearby. I'm sure she'll come back.
I can't just wait here doing nothing. My child is gone. I can't stand the thought of her being hurt or abducted. Can you swear to God that you have nothing to do with her disappearance?
Of course not. You've still got a lot to learn as a mother. Panicking over something like this. Maybe you're not fit to be a mother.
If she's not with you, then I have to call the police.
What?
I'm calling the police right now.
There's no need for the police.
What if she's been kidnapped? As we're talking right now, someone might be taking her father away.
If it's kidnapping, you should be more careful about calling the police. They might demand some money or something. Eliza is the company president's granddaughter. What if they found out you called the police and do something to her?
Well, that may be true, but
I think we should wait in case someone contacts us. Yes, waiting is the best option now for the sake of Eliza.
how can you be so sure about that? What if it's not a kidnap? What if she got into an accident?
There's no way she got into an accident. Eliza is absolutely fine. I know it.
How can you be so sure with such a hypothesis? All of these stories have no proof. Enough is enough. Talking to you is a waste of time. I'm calling the police now.
Wait a minute! She's here!
What?
Eliza is at my house.
But you just told me she wasn't with you. Does that mean you kidnapped her?
Kidnap? That's not a very nice to say to your mother-in-law. I just brought my granddaughter back from the park. That's all.
Taking my child away without my permission is kidnapping. I can't believe you would do this. I will not forgive you for this.
I'm the one who can't forgive you.
Huh?
Eliza was born to be my daughter. And yet, you're always getting in my way. In order for Eliza to be happy, you should give her to me. If you had agreed to that, I wouldn't have had to take her from the park.
I will never give Eliza to you. That girl is my child.
You have no parents to support you and have no money to fight back. You can't do anything about this, so just give up.
You better brace yourself. I am gonna do whatever it takes to get my child back.
Hey, you can't be serious about getting a divorce.
I guess Mike told you about it. I'm not kidding. I'm divorcing him. And I will get custody.
Huh? Wait a minute. Why have you decided to divorce him?
Considering what you and your son have done to me, it's only natural for me to get a divorce.
You ungrateful idiot. Who the hell do you think you are? It's all thanks to me that you got married in the first place.
How dare you say that?
You owe me a favor. So give me Eliza. As long as you give me that girl, I'll have no use for you anymore. So we'll send you the divorce papers. My son is divorcing you, not the other way around. I am the one who took care of your mother. Don't forget that.
I don't owe you a thing.
What?
How dare you deceive me and my mother?
What are you talking about?
I already know everything you did. You made a deal with your son, saying you'd give him the company if he married me. And your son, he seduced me in order to get his hands on the fortune, even though he didn't love me at all.
How do you know that?
You made a deal with him. If I had a daughter, you'd take her and kick me out. If I had a son and couldn't have a daughter, you even planned to kick me out with the child.
Geez, you know that much?
That's not all. I also know why you chose me as your son's wife. It's because I had no connection with my relatives, and my only family, my mother, was near her death.
Well, that's...
You chose me because I had no relatives who would protect me, and I had no money to sue you even if you took away my daughter. You approached Mom at the hospice and heard she was worried about her daughter after her death. So you decided to target me and offered Mom that you would arrange your son to meet me and support us in our marriage. This is just insane. How could you mess with people's lives for your greed? It's sick to take advantage of people's misery and sorrow like that.
Oh well, I guess I can't hide things from you anymore.
Your husband overheard your conversation with your son and told me everything. I can't stand such people to get near Eliza. That's why I'm divorcing your son and cutting ties with you.
I won't agree to a divorce until you give me that child. Why do you think I let my son marry a woman like you?
I don't think you have time to waste on me.
Huh?
There's someone who was just as shocked as I was. He said he'll never forgive you.
Who is that? You're all alone now.
It's your husband.
What?
Your husband apologized for the awful deeds of you and your son. And he was as angry as I was. He said he's divorcing you.
Divorce? He's divorcing me?
He thinks that someone who would kidnap a child and try to separate mother and child is not fit to be an executive in a company that sells baby products.
For real? Then I'm fired?
He's cutting ties with Mike, too. He's not even going to leave him any of his inheritance.
Oh no! Then who's going to inherit our huge fortune and company?
Eliza.
Eliza alone? No way! I won't allow it.
Even if you say you won't allow it, it's the company president's decision. And once your crimes are brought to light, I'm sure the board will agree to fire you and your son.
What crimes are you talking about?
The child abduction.
Huh? I'm her family. There's no way the police are gonna arrest me for that.
You will be arrested for sure.
How do you know?
Even if you're her grandmother, if you're not the child's guardian and take her out without permission, it's considered abduction. A number of people have been sent to jail for similar crimes in the past.
Oh no! I had no idea.
That's your fault for not being aware of it being a crime. You can reflect on it in prison.
Prison? I don't want to go to prison. I'm scared.
You'll pay for what you did for the rest of your life.
I was just trying to take care of Eliza. Katie, please understand my feelings. I didn't do anything to get arrested.
It was hilarious to see my mother-in-law being arrested, who only thought of defending herself until the very end. After my husband married me for his father's assets, it seems like he was living in the homes of several lovers. So that's why he never came home. I discovered this while investigating things about him so that I can get divorced without a hitch and charge him alimony. After her release from prison, my mother-in-law started to live in a shabby apartment with my ex-husband. She's been living in poverty, trying to pay off my ex-husband's debts. I sympathize with her, who lost her own child. But taking things from others won't make that sorrow go away. My child can never replace her daughter. I believe that the key to a happy life is to cherish what you have now.
You're still single, aren't you, sis? Shame on you. You're already 30 years old. What, Amelia? I haven't heard from you in a long time. About 10 years, I guess. Thank you for your help on that occasion. So, are you married? Not yet. Seriously? What's so funny? You're already 30, right? I'm just saying, it's not good for a woman in her 30s to be single. I spend all my time working. Oh, that's like saying, I've been so busy with work that I just missed my chance to get married. That's called a loser's howl. What about you, Amelia? I'm getting married next month. He's a tall and handsome guy. And he's a super high society prince who's also the president of his company. I see. You just wanted to show off. So that's why you contacted me after 10 years. Something like that. So, when's the wedding? The first Saturday of next month. Oh no. What is it? I have an acquaintance's wedding that day. I said I'd attend. I never thought it would coincide with your wedding. So? To be honest, I'm not too excited about going to your wedding. But it's only natural for me to attend my own sister's wedding, right? I hope they'll understand when I tell them what's going on. Are you planning to come? Yes, do I not have to? Wait a minute. No one invited you yet. What? A junior high school graduate with a missing organ is a shame to the family. I want to erase your existence from this world so badly. Don't you think you're overdoing it, talking like that? I saved your life, didn't I? You're so patronizing. Just because you transplanted a liver to me a long time ago, but now, you think you're coming to my wedding? What? Dad and Mom said there's no need to invite you. They said they don't need you because you've already done what you were supposed to do. None of you has changed at all, have you? What the hell do people think of me? You were born to save my life. That's it. I've always been an added bonus to you. I remember being treated like a distraction at home. That's right. When you were kicked out of the house as soon as you graduated from junior high school, it was truly hilarious. I was suddenly kicked out of the house with the bare minimum of belonging. I remember, you were living on a live-in job, weren't you? That's right. You went through a lot of difficulties, and when I saw you again after 5 years since the surgery, I couldn't believe how old you looked. I honestly couldn't believe you're 20 years old at the time. That's the last thing I want to remember. Why? I got a call out of nowhere from Dad, who I hadn't heard from in a decade. I thought he'd say congratulations on making it to adulthood, but as if. You're right. I was an idiot. He told me to give my liver because your life was in danger. That's so straightforward. At first, I refused, thinking of the risk involved, and decided not to be so arrogant this time. Then, he called my company so many times. I couldn't be a bother to the company any longer, so I resigned. Oh wow, Dad's obsession is crazy. But after that, Dad said, I'm really sorry for everything I've done. If you save Amelia's life, we can start over again as a family. Oh, really? Yes. He said, come home and we'll have dinner as the four of us. He even got down on his knees with tears in his eyes. I didn't know that. I was getting convinced that I thought he really regrets what he did to me. Was it all an act? The surgery saved your life, but there was no place for me at home. He told me that it was all a lie. He had made it all up. He's the best. I've been living alone my whole life, starving for the love of family. I completely believed in his tears, but he left me again. Sis, you've had a rough ride in your life. Poor you, poor you. I really couldn't stop crying. Don't cry. You'll get even uglier. Anyway, you're not my family anymore. You don't have to come to my wedding, so stay away from me forever, okay? I'm not invited, okay? I guess I'm not gonna go to your wedding. But you should at least be mature enough to know what is good and bad to say. Don't preach to me. You were dumped. People who grew up without love from their parents don't turn out to be good people. I feel sorry for you. You're terrible. So, all I wanted to do was report my marriage to you. You just continue to enjoy your bachelor life, as you always have. My name is Mia. I'm 30 years old. When the bitter past had gradually faded away, I suddenly received a message from my sister, Amelia, who is 3 years younger than me. Even though I have been treated badly from my family, I am a grown-up now. I thought it was normal to attend my own sister's wedding. But as you can see, the result is this. In contrast with who has a quiet personality, Amelia has a friendly and innocent personality. My parents loved and raised their youngest daughter like a princess. Finally, they said, you're not pretty enough. You'll have to love on your own. After graduating from junior high school, I was kicked out of the house. It's sad to say the least, but I'm somewhat relieved that I won't be involved anymore. After that, I went about my daily life as usual. Finally, the day of my acquaintance's wedding came, but what awaited me was the chaotic reality. I told you not to come to my wedding. How dare you sneak in, bitch! I was invited to come here. I didn't invite you. Is there anything more you want to say to me? I'm having a really hard time getting over the mess. You mean what I just did? Yes. I just ran into you in the bathroom, and I never thought you'd do that to me. Oh, you mean the fact that I spit on you, poured salt on you, and poured red wine all over you? You forgot one more thing. Oh yeah, I tore off your necklace. I was stunned by what happened in the moment. Don't you think you've gone too far? At least I went a little easy on you. Why were you in the restroom in the first place? And why did you bring salt and red wine? I just thought I'd have a little sip of red wine to relax before the ceremony. But drinking in the bathroom? What about the salt? I always carry my own salt because I like strong flavoring, but I've never poured it on anyone before. I see. Enough with the small talk. Why are you here? To use the bathroom. My dress is sticky from the alcohol. I can't walk around looking like this. That's true. I was able to cover up the stain with my scarf temporarily. I managed it. I think I can make it to the wedding. You're still gonna attend the wedding after what happened to you? Are you planning to steal my high-spec prince husband? Excuse me? Or maybe you're here to hook my husband's friend up. What are you talking about? I told you not to be involved with me for the rest of your life, didn't I? Do you even understand English? I'm pure American, and I've never had a language barrier. Then explain to me why you're at my ceremony. I got an invitation from your husband. Are you out of your mind? I'm not. Then you're delusional. Huh? You're lying anyway about being invited, aren't you? I don't know how you found out where the wedding is. Don't act so crazy. I'm telling you the truth. Anyway, there's no seat for you. Get the hell out of here. I can't be that rude. I've been invited to this wedding. You keep saying that you were invited. You're just a stalker. So after you call me a bitch, now you're calling me a stalker. Come on. You're jealous because I'm going to be victorious in life and marry a prince. I am annoyed by you hanging around. That's funny. You're annoying me too. Anyway, if you were here, people would freak out. You should go home. What do you mean? I told everybody that my sister is dead anyways. What? I prepared a portrait of you. If someone with the same face as in the picture shows up, the whole venue will be freaking out. So don't come. Are you serious? Yes. I'm starting to feel sick. Then the creepy and sick person should turn around and get out of the ceremony. Go home and feel lonely. Sure. I'm just here to congratulate my own sister. It'd be too crazy if her sister came back to her as a ghost. That's what I'm talking about. But why would you lie like that? I can't believe I have a sister who graduated from junior high school with a missing organ. If my husband finds out, of course, it'll be a disaster. He doesn't seem like the kind of person who'd be so prejudiced. That's what normal people think. You're an unusual one, so you don't have the same sense of values as normal people. I didn't know he was like that. Or am I really crazy? I'm sure if my husband knew you existed, he'd be disgusted by you. So easy to imagine. Then I'll terminate my investment in your husband. What are you talking about? I think you finally lost your mind. I can't work with someone who doesn't share my values. We'll talk again later and discuss the investment. Maybe you should go to the hospital and have your brain checked. Or is that a taboo subject? You're going to regret this. Okay, sore loser. The ceremony is about to start, so I'm gonna leave now. My husband was furious and canceled the ceremony. What have you done? I'm just the bride's older sister, and my sister told me to go home. I just sent a message to your husband that I will not be attending. Why do you have his contact information? Well, that's because he's a business associate. I remember my husband turned pale the moment he saw the picture of the deceased. No wonder. We met just a few days ago. If you told him that I'd already become a resident of the afterlife a long time ago... My husband said you would invest a lot of money in the company. You said you're a very important business partner. Is it true that you got an invitation? Are you still talking about that? Why didn't you tell me? Thanks to this, I went from the happiest bride in the world to the unhappiest bride in the universe. Oh wow, that's a big scale. Don't laugh. Thanks to you, the ceremony was canceled. I had just joined the family, and now I was told we were getting a divorce. I see. Take responsibility. I thought I could join the ranks of celebrities. My life is ruined because of you. How can it be my fault? I just told him the truth. You can't read the room. I just don't like lying. It wasn't supposed to be like this. You would have known the bride was me when you got the invitation from him, wouldn't you? Amelia isn't an unusual name, and I thought it was someone else with the same name. I was really surprised when I saw you too. Anyways, I can't give up now that I finally made it this far. Tell him that you were the one who told me to make the portrait. Explain to my husband that you forced me to bring it to the ceremony. What? If he knows I didn't set it up, he might reconsider divorcing me. Please, please. I don't want to. You're 27 years old, so you can at least take responsibility. Cheapo, idiot, you stupid idiot. The level of this conversation has suddenly dropped. Are you not good at English? Shut up. More importantly, so is the divorce, but you're going to have to prepare for a lot of things. Like what? Like the dry cleaning for my party dress. I'll charge you for my necklace too. Huh? $50 for the dry cleaning, and $30,000 for the broken necklace. I'll make sure you pay for it. Is that pearl necklace really that expensive? Yeah, I'll show you the receipt if you don't believe me. You're kidding, right? You're not seriously taking money from your own sister, are you? Of course I'm serious. I can't. I don't even work. You're going to have to get a job then. It's a good opportunity to learn about the real world. The world is not as sweet as you think it is, but do your best. I'll ask Dad to take care of it. Are you trying to take money from our father, who lives on pensions? I'm sure they'd pay any amount of money for me. I don't think so. A few days ago, he told me you were getting married and asked me for a congratulatory gift package, but he was acting so strange. What do you mean? I could hear the noise of the repo man over the phone. Perhaps they don't have any savings, only debt. What? Celebration gifts are just an excuse. And I think they actually intended to use the money to pay off their debts. Really, he's a piece of shit in all ways. Well then, the one who should pay for the damage is... you. You're the one. No! What should I do? I didn't package the congratulatory money, but I did leave a congratulatory gift at the reception. But there's one thing I really need to tell you. Is there more? Are you saying that I don't have to pay by chance? That's my sister, Goddess. Are you brushing your teeth? What? The spit you spit on me really stunk. I thought maybe you don't brush your teeth every day. I do it every night, for 10 seconds each. That's definitely the reason. What? Has anyone ever told you that you have bad breath? No. But my husband has asked me so many times to use mouthwash. Also, he gave me a lecture on how to brush my teeth. Oh my god. Oh, do I have bad breath? Yes, pretty bad. I can't explain it. I feel this indescribable sense of loss. I'm sorry if I hurt you. Don't apologize. That even makes me more miserable. But I've learned that no matter how bad someone smells, it's still possible to get married. Thank you. Don't make fun of me. Anyway, sis, can you do your sweet, sweet sister a favor? What? You're rich enough to invest a huge amount of money, right, sis? Because I had to quit my live-in job, it was really hard for me to start the company with all my savings. So you're the CEO? That's what that means. Then you know the CEOs of various companies. Yes, some. Introduce me to a tall, handsome, rich, and very high society prince. What? I'm divorced, but I don't have kids. I would be able to meet my destiny with the next prince right away. Right? Please, don't talk nonsense. And brush your teeth. No? I'm just sick and tired of you and father's and mother's selfishness. You're the one who told me to stay out of it. I take it back. You're a shameless person. The answer is no. Why? My husband is going to leave me, and my parents are going to give up on me. Do something about it. How could it be that the parents who loved you so much would do that? Dad has exposed the debt. His plan was to marry off his daughter and to get the new husband to pay his debts. So? But we're getting a divorce after all. He started getting so upset. So, even you, who they have loved so much, were taken advantage of. I feel sorry for myself for being born to parents like that. Also, Selfish, stupid, stinky mouth, he says. That's pretty straightforward, isn't it? You and Dad are terrible. I've never been so hurt. I've been hurt more than you. The family shunned me and used me as much as they could. Do you have any idea how much pain I went through? You're my sister. Of course I do. I understand exactly what your answer is. I'm sure you'll have many challenges ahead of you. I wish you the best. Wait a minute, you're abandoning your own sister. I am your sister. Take care of me. We're not family anymore. I don't care what kind of life you lead. Well then, I'll be waiting for your reparations. Goodbye. This time for sure. After that, Amelia was left behind at the ceremony. She went crazy and broke the dishes. I heard the dress she was wearing was ripped off and the whole thing was a nightmare. As a result of breaking various things without thinking of the consequences, they were charged a total of $20,000 in compensation. Shortly after that, she divorced her husband. Even my parents, who loved her so much, were so disappointed, wondering where they had gone wrong in their upbringing that they disowned her. After that, Amelia got fed up with the life on nibbling on moldy bread. I got a message. She asked if she could get away with not paying me the compensation. My parents contacted me too, many times, asking me to take care of their debt. So, I blocked them and faded out completely. If they had loved me equally, the outcome might have been different. I don't know exactly what kind of life Amelia and my parents are living right now. I'm sure they don't live a good life. On the other hand, I am. The investment in Amelia's ex-husband is going smoothly. A big project is starting to move forward. My work is going to get even busier and busier. I'm going to eat well, brush my teeth, and go to bed.